Hello everyone, welcome back to the Hindu Explainer series. I am Kushagra Goyal and very warm greetings from Law Prep Tutorial. So very happy to see you all once again. We are also happy that the COVID wave is on the wane, but that doesn't mean that you keep your guard down. Make sure that you vaccinate yourselves and your family members. And on top of that, yesterday I had talked about the series timeline, right? And today is also the weekend, and on 5 p.m. every day from today onwards you'll be able to see the revision series. The revision series will follow a specific format for which today at 5 p.m. you'll see the videos every day until we conclude with all the important news. Alright, all your suggestions about the revision series have been taken into account and it will be addressed henceforth. One, beginning with the doubts from yesterday's newspaper. So one big doubt that a lot of you had is that are we going to end the series by the end of CLAT 2021 cycle? No, that is not the case. All right. So for aspirants who have been watching the series, who will be appearing for CLAT 2022, 23 or even beyond, don't worry, the series will continue. Now, one specific doubt that a lot of you also had in terms of FDI and FII, alright. Now I have multiple times explained it. Please go to the Google Drive link, search it there, FDI or FII, and you'll find those explanations, alright. So I'll move on with the newspaper analysis. On the front page, for all the aspirants who will be appearing for CLAT this year, along with their schools, the CBSE has announced the formula for all of you, which is 30-30-40, alright. So your scores not only from the 12th grade, but also 11th and 10th, which is in my opinion a very good thing. Why? Because it now tests or constructively sees the progress of a child over 3 years and not 3 hours in an examination, alright. So which is a far more realistic evaluation, which is something, nevertheless, it also frees the burden from all of you. Now, moving on, the one big news, alright. So please, for all of those who have not watched 16th June analysis, please do. Why is it important? It is important in relation to this headline, alright. The headline relates to bail of under the UAPA, and under UAPA it's something that has been in news. It can definitely be part of your legal section, alright. Not only is UAPA in itself important, it also talks about Article 19 and your right to dissent. Both the things are very important. So please, it's my humble opinion, we have done an in-depth analysis of that judgment, all the relevant aspects of it. Please go and watch 16th June analysis where I've explained you about the judgment, alright. So moving on the front page, apart from this, nothing of real note for us, more and more political news, alright. So we move on to the editorial section, alright, as we get closer to the examination, and right now the news is more towards aligned to what is more important from the examination point of view. So the main editorial is also a judicial pushback to a draconian legal regime. What is the legal regime in question in this article by Gautam Bhatia? It is related directly to the UAPA order by the High Court. Now the Delhi police has appealed it to the Supreme Court. The court has not heard it. As of today, the order stands. Now I have already analyzed the aspect of the judgment. One unique aspect that this editorial talks about is the situation related to the system of judiciary in India, which is adversarial. Now in adversarial system that we follow, the judge hears both the sides, alright, and based on whose arguments are more appealing to the judge or more fair, the decision goes that way, alright. Now the reason why the UAPA or section 43D is in question is because under this it goes directly against the system of adversarial, alright. Why? Because there is a presumption of favor towards the party or the state, which in itself goes against two direct principles. One, the idea of state versus an individual. The state is always far more powerful. The second aspect of it is also that in an adversarial system and under the criminal law principles, you are not guilty until proven so. All right. However, under UAPA section 43D, you would remain in jail while your trial on goes, and you have to rely on prima facie what has been mentioned in the FIR and the case diary. Now, the case diary or an FIR is supposed to be against the individual against whom the case has been filed. Therefore, the court's aspect of what is a terrorist act, and that it is greater than a crime. This differentiation, that a terrorist act is far more greater than a crime, is the crux of the argument that the court has employed while granting bail to these people. The second aspect of the judgment is related to right to dissent, and that your point of dissent need not be aligned or fair towards the state. It can be unfair, but that is precisely the part related to the constitution and freedom of liberty. All right. Therefore, please, once you read this editorial, go back, for all the viewers, go back and watch 16th June analysis. Very, very important. All right. It is something that has been talked about recently. You all know that last year also in examination, one question directly came from a recent judgment. Therefore, please don't skip it. Then on the left hand side, reverse migration. This is about politicians moving from one side or the other. It talks about some suggestions to the Bharatiya Janata Party that it cannot totally rely on turncoats for its progress in the country. But what is more important today is also another event. It is the first World Test Championship final today. So from sporting news perspective, it becomes an important event. The Test cricket is the oldest format of cricket. The first official Test match took place in 1877. But always, and it is part of sports, which is competition. And in competition, you want to prove who came first. And how do you decide that in terms of bilateral series? Therefore, the World Test Championship, conducted by the International Cricket Council, the governing body of cricket, the first Test Championship. The Test Championship is basically a long-term analysis. Points are granted to teams during their bilateral series, and the top two teams in that particular table then proceed to the final. Alright, the championship was announced in 2019. India and New Zealand, the two teams, will be competing in Southampton for the World Test Championship for 5 days. In terms of sporting related news, it becomes an important topic. Alright. So please, we'll discuss more once the result of the final is announced. In case of a draw or a tie, the trophy will be shared. All right. India has not won an ICC trophy since 2013, and New Zealand has not won any ICC trophy since 1998. All right. Then the second editorial, a place for disruptive technology in India's healthcare system. Disruptive technology. For example, earlier we used to use pigeons to send messages, but now we have smartphones, we have internet. In between that came the telephones, direct cables to connect someone in real time, to convey your message in real time. So anything that disrupts the status quo, all right. For example, if tomorrow onwards there is technology for me to explain this in every household, or your screen becomes alive, all right, then that would be a disruptive technology for distant education. For example, online education is a disruptive technology from your brick and mortar schools, right? Physical classes. So any technology that changes the status quo is known as disruptive technology, all right? So the term becomes important. Then, should India accept Islamic State returnees? Now this is related to those individuals who had gone to join the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria. And should they be tried in India or not is the question. India's stand right now has been that we will not try them in India, and wherever they have been arrested, they should be tried there, all right? Then recovery takes more than reforms. So we know that India's economy is in a slowdown because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and prior to that also our economic growth had been falling, all right? So this editorial makes a case that recovery is, so two terms that you need to understand. GDP growth rate is year-on-year analysis of your size, all right? Recovery would be the size increases, all right? This can be seen as growth. Now, there are two terms that are used here. One is a V-shaped recovery and the other is a W-shaped recovery. All right. A V-shaped recovery is that there is a blip for a short time and we'll go back to normal. A W-shaped recovery is that we'll go through a long period to finally grow above. Growth is seen when from whatever standard you were. Let's say my wholesome number is 100 or economy's number is 100. Whenever it becomes 110, 120, that is when it has grown. All right. A W-shaped recovery may mean that we have not really reached the level that we were originally, but we'll eventually reach there. This editorial then makes the case that reforms are not the only way to push growth, all right? You need consistent progress towards it. For example, just having multiple sources to study can be a good module to prepare you for the exam, but until and unless you are consistent with it, you revise, you will not get the best results. This is exactly the case made by this editorial also. All right, so moving on to the other national news. On the right hand side, there is a very small news. We all know about bank frauds that have been taking place. So our Home Minister yesterday formally launched the National Helpline. The National Helpline to report financial frauds. The number of it is 155260. So banking fraud or banking in general is a topic. Now you may be asked who launched or which ministry launched the National Helpline against financial frauds, or what is the National Helpline number to report financial frauds. All right, especially for exams such as ILAT, you can be asked such a question. All right, who will operate India's National Fraud Reporting Helpline? So the answer to that would be Indian Cyber Cell Coordination Center, all right, under the Home Ministry. Then moving on, apart from this, India in 2019 reached almost 92% of registration of birth. This data of registration of birth and death has come in highlight because of the low or under reporting of COVID deaths in India. All right, from an exam point of view, not that important. Then there is news from China. All right, the first news is about more people being arrested in Hong Kong. We know that now Hong Kong is properly amalgamated under the Chinese Communist Party system. The system of democratic Hong Kong and communist China is now gone. All right, it is completely under the Communist Party control, and China is an authoritarian, totalitarian state where dissent to the government is not possible. Therefore, under this, journalists and newspaper editors have been arrested. If you see any totalitarian state or any individual or government, even in democratic states, the same line is always used to curb dissent, which is collusion with foreign forces endanger national security. That such a dissent is endangering our national security and therefore they are a threat to the society. So this keeps in highlight the problem that is there in Hong Kong, which becomes important. It is an important issue, all right. Then on the left hand side is further news about the Chinese space station. So the next module which carries the first astronauts to the space module, which is Shenzhou 12 spaceship. So which is the spaceship that China employs to make astronauts travel to its space station, is Shenzhou 12. All right, this is a series of missions that China will launch to complete its international space station by 2022. All right, last month also we had discussed it, and as I had promised, a collective news about this will be covering in the revision series. All right. Then today is the date for presidential polls in Iran. It is something that we'll keep a close eye on. Apart from this, on the newspaper side, nothing of real note for us. On the sporting side, India and New Zealand in World Test Test Championship final. So that is all from today's newspaper. Humble reminder for all of you, please go back and watch the 16th June episode. A lot of you have not watched it. Please do that. Judgment is an important area for all of you. And whatever doubts you have, put it in the comment section. All right. So I will see you all tomorrow. If you like the work that we do, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to tune in at Law Prep Tutorial today at 5 p.m. to watch your revision series. Thank you. See you all tomorrow.